we can start. The point comes, please rotate it to the slides. So till now, if you have any questions, then we can discuss what exactly IHRM means and how this is going to help. And basically, there is a difference between the domestic and the international studies. So that is the main crux of this subject. Domestic HRM and international HRM. Only thing, major part is the culture. Other parts are there, how you are selecting the employees or how you are recruiting the employees, how you are training the employees. But everywhere, you find the culture impact. Suppose you are doing a manpower planning, then how the culture is getting affected, putting effect on the manpower planning. Similarly, if you are doing the recruitment and selections, then how the culture is going to that. But apart from culture, other aspects are also there. But if you have to keep it in mind that how HRM actually flows, HRM I told you in that cycle. I mean your manpower planning, the recruitment selections, your training and development, onboarding, then training and development, then your performance management, performance appraisal, then you go to take some necessary actions. If your performance is bad, then definitely you will be having some demotions, etc. If your performance is good, then you will be definitely having some promotions, etc. So once a level is promoted, then one level is left vacant. You will fill it up. It goes to again manpower planning. The cycle goes on, moves on like this. So that is there. But when we are talking about international HRM, this is all multiculturalism is there, because culture is drastically changed from one country to another country or one continent to another continent. Completely contradicting cultures are also evident. If I am not wrong, you cross-check it. In Egypt, somebody somewhere I listened, their own brothers and sisters are getting married. How far it is true, I do not know. But I listened in one forum. He has visited in Egypt. Their brothers and sisters are getting married. You see the culture. Okay. Whereas in India, of course, some states are there where they allow the cousin brothers and sisters are getting married. Is it or not? Are you aware or not? But in our state, we don't allow in the same gotras, like we don't allow. So culture is very restrictive in some places. Culture is a little bit open in some places. Completely open in some other places. It's very difficult to digest. So cultural practices, food practices, your laws, everything is getting drastically changed. So when we are managing the people in an organization, definitely will be affected. Is it or not? We wear full dress. Many countries they come to the office by wearing half dress, Bermudas. That is their culture. Suppose you are transferred to those countries who are coming in dress, you are an HR manager, you are going to handle, then you will say that you come in full dress, they will laugh at you. From where you are, our culture allows us. So like this, basically, in IHRM, everything is moves to the cultural part. Biggest chunk of this move is cultural, but other aspects are there. For example, this case we will be discussing this executive and managerial planning post subsidiaries in Kazakhstan. This is a human resource planning case, HR planning case. That means in those industries, when it is operating in Kazakhstan, suddenly those industries is having in presence in 150 countries. You did that case, having 150 countries. Some countries they are finding very good people, manpower. Some countries they do not have any manpower. But because the profitability is high in some countries, they have to operate. Profitability high in some countries, they have to operate. So they are not getting manpower, but they are supposed to operate. How they will operate? What to do? What will be the compositions? From the parent country nationals, PCN, we discussed in the last class, HCM, host country nationals, and third country nationals. So what should be the compositions? And what they did? That is the case. Give me a point. So this is the HR decision about money. Suppose I am hiring manpower for a particular company. How what should be my compositions? Had it been a domestic company, this situation would not have arisen. Had it been a domestic company, you don't hire international people, right? Suppose you are a complete operations in Bangalore. Your entire operations is in Bangalore. So you don't need to think about whether I will be hiring Pakistanis or Americans. Those people are not present here. So you will be hiring the local people. Of course, you may think about the different state people. But the point is that majority is from Canada. As per the Canada government guidelines, if it forces you to take 80%, then you take 80%. Simple. There is no other things like that. Your decision is very limited in that. You do not have much flexibility in that. But the point is that suppose you are going to a foreign country and you do not get the quality manpower, what to do? So that's the actually point we were discussing about it. Okay. So every decisions are there, but when you are talking from the inside organization point of view, then we talk from the pure HR point of view. Suppose the recruitment styles, but the style you adopt here now style is completely changed. Earlier physical, now is completely electronic board. We are hiring the people. Even training also online. Suppose we are conducting FDPs, faculty development program, or we are attending it. People say that you don't need to come, be there, participate. We will send you the certificate, online registrations. It was not there before pandemic. Completely drastically changed. Isn't it? So similarly, you are taking interview, you are having a faith. But earlier what happens, company were not having any faith on the interview process unless until they see the person physically. But nowadays, they don't care. You need not to come. You need not to come. We got interviewed by staying in our state. We didn't come here for interview. Very common. But the point is that we are talking about some of the ramifications. Ramifications you understand because you are HR managers. You understand, suppose you are hiring a candidate, not seeing him, seeing her. Even you can't verify the person is Sudhakar Misra or Sudhakar Misra. You can't, distinguish. Is it not? Because you are seeing in a laptop. You can't. Then if the person doesn't perform, then you should be ready for the remedies. Then the further ramifications, further follow-up actions will be changed. That means earlier, suppose I used to hire a candidate, by physically seeing, by physically verifying documents, I will think I will manage with this candidate. So I will not fire him. But right now I am not seeing the candidate. You are in Odisha, I am in Bangalore, I am interviewing you. Then if you do not perform tomorrow, please don't come. Simple. Firing process is very rapid. Which was also not in India's favor. It was not India's HR law to fire the employees at any time. You understand? HR labor law says 3 months notice has to be given and enough provision will be given to improve the person's caliber. The person, you will be giving a chance so that the person will improve his own credentials. You are given an opportunity. Then only you can fire. Otherwise, it will be a labor case. It will be a court case. The person can easily sue you. But now it's changed. So your process changed. So we are talking once your process, one portion changed, the ramifications will be changed. Every the allied aspects will be changed. Clear point. Last, I think this is the last month we attended one HR conclave online, of course. Your Bangalore people were there. DXC Technologies. I think Sita, Miss Madam Sita, was the CHRO. She was talking about. People were asking the panelists were being asked, post pandemic, what do you see the changes in HR? What is the biggest challenge in HR? Because people are not coming to your company, but you are a CHRO. So what do you perceive? What is the biggest challenge? How to handle it? Earlier the people are coming, you see them, fire them, do them. Not. Now nobody is seeing each other. Then what is the role of HRO? How the HRO role is getting changed? What do you think? Which one is the prime factor? See, highlighted only the psychology is the prime factor. Only the psychology. Documentations are coming in my table and I am handling it. People are logging in, I am seeing. Login time, log out time, login time, log out time, we are checking it. There is no issue. People open their laptop and log in the company. We HR people are seeing it. But the point is that people are also passing their resignation letter by online also. Even we don't have any scope to talk to them. Why you are resigning? Did my point or not? There is no connection at all. So earlier, we were talking about HRD, Human Resource Development. Suppose I see one employee is in distress. I'm an HRD officer. I can talk. What is the role of HRD officer? To mentor, to pacify, to cajole, to caress, do all these appeals to the employees to satisfy mentally. Is that possible nowadays? No. She said it's completely psychological things. That is the number one point. We want to connect, but we are not able to connect. We are to connect, but we are not able to connect. And we don't able to understand what is there in your minds because you are at your home, I am at my table. There is no point. How to satisfy people? People will leave. She says, this is. Then the next question comes, what are the things? Then how you are doing the things to get rid of all these? Because you highlighted that psychology is the number one prime subject. Being the HRO, CHRO, then what are the steps you are taking it? What are the steps you might be taking it? Suppose you understand you are not connecting the people, all are at your home, I am at my office. I know, how do I know? Number one, how do I know you are in distress? You are in distress. I want to help. How to help? There is no connection. Then what steps you can take? How do you know that people are in distress? People don't like you, or people don't want to come to the office. How? They observe from the postings, the trend, because analytics is a big way. People are talking with each other. People are passing the mails. They read the mails. They read the postings. From that, they zero in on which employee requires help. Then they talk them. They call them for a short get together. They are in the video conferencing. They talk. But digital is a digital. Human is a human. You cannot exactly replace the human things by the digital. That's the fact. Shortcomings are shortcomings. Then people are asking that, what do you mean that how far it will be there? They are all opined. 4 panelists were there. They are all opined. It is going to stay. It is going to stay. We don't feel, previous pandemic 100% will be there. Pandemic may not be there. Pandemic may not be there. Virus may not be there. But the working style will be coming here. Now people will say, Madam, why you are coming to my room? Your room? कर लेते हैं ना video conferencing. Even in the same campus, suppose big campus, you are in 10th floor, I am in the first floor, or I am in the 10th floor, you are in the first floor. I call for a meeting. Sir, madam, please. Now people will feel going to the first floor to 10th floor also is a big task. And people prefer, please, I open the laptop and you will be there. दिख तो रहा है ना, we are seeing each other. That is going to stay. People will force you go digital because they have got the charm of digital, sitting comfortably in their home, doing the task. I'm doing the task. What is the problem? But the personal touch is missing. Personal, I'm seeing the students here, and I'll be in my room, you'll be in your room. Do you feel there will be a connection? Not a connection. But what to do? People are now started forcing it. You do it because they got the charm, of doing it. Pretty my point. So anyway, so I think the no more will come, right? You are the last ones. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people only. Very great. All of this is. So up to 5 we completed. Training and development of expatriates. We will be covering 6 and 7 parts. Any question we can ask? Okay. If any question comes to your mind, then we can discuss about it. What is coming to your mind regarding the HRM practices. But the only point you must be knowing that unless until you do some works, you can't exactly feel the urge or feel the pain. The moment you start working as an HR manager, then you will feel what is going the difficulties. This theoretical is not going to much help on this. Okay. You can, I already sent the case. Have you got that? Got this. Scan copy of this case. This executive, thing. We'll be doing that case in the afternoon. Go through the case, and in the afternoon class, my 2:45 class, I am having another second class. In that class, we will be doing the first case. Module finish, one case. Second module finish, another case. Then your presentations and the cases. Group I have sent. You have got it, no? You have got it. So you have not got it. You got it. Everybody got it, no? Go through it. Timetable changed.
We have that third lecture, we have IBD, that is fourth lecture today. And what is fourth lecture?
Fourth lecture. What is the timing? 1:45 you are talking? 1:45. I have class at 2:45, I think. I have 2:45. You check it. Yeah, 2:45 I will be doing that case because module will be finished today. Yeah, this is we were in the last year. Know your goals, consider international differences among the trainees. While developing the training plan, keep an eye on the quality. Be clear about the standards of confidentiality and intellectual property. Know the local laws. Intellectual property prospect is now coming in a big way. You may not be understanding right now. Do you know what we mean by intellectual property? You don't know? See, everything should be copyrighted. In intellectual, I think you have undergone in the first year LA, right? You didn't have. Current people are having it. Current LA and IPR. The current people are having it. You didn't have it. So you don't know about IPR? Intellectual property rights. There are 4 things. Huh? There is a law. No, not guest lecture. I am talking subject. No. There is 4 things in IPR. One is your copyright, which usually we do. We are acquainted because if you write journal or book that is copyrighted in the author's name, you cannot quote. If you want to quote, you have to citations. You have to give the citations. That is copyrighted. Without that, if you do, we can sue. Okay. Then second one is the patents, industrial patents. Those who are doing it. This must be patented. That must be patented. Everything must be patented. Table chair, fair. Second one is the trade secrets. Coca-Cola is the best example for trade secrets. Nobody knows the compositions. Okay. Another is the GI tag. GI tag, the geographical indication tag. Here, Bangalore, I do not have any idea, but in Odisha, I can tell you that turmeric is a GI tag to Kandhamal turmeric. Or in Barampur, we have to have a silk sari, GI tag. Sambalpuri, we are having silk sari, GI tag. That means that location, that sari, one particular design is a tag. You cannot do it here without their permission. Of course, GI tag is controlled by government. I mean government departments. Government departments may be which department? MSA department is giving the GI tag for this Sambalpuri sari, etc. Or some other department may be having the GI tags. There is a department of government. So without their permission, without their application, you cannot claim the same sari design is produced in Bangalore because it's a GI tag there. Rasgulla is a GI tag in Odisha. Of course, you are producing Rasgulla, but we have the GI tag. There is a list of GI tags. In Government of India's website, you go there. Rasgulla is our Rasgulla, primary number 1. Even if you are taking it, you can't claim originally this is from here. No. That is connected there. So, some products are given to GI tags. Okay, geographical indications tags. So, 4 things. intellectual property right is protected by four angles. We are not going to discuss much on that. But here why I am talking about, because this is related to your training design. Intellectual property standards and intellectual property training design. Suppose tomorrow I devise one game, HR game. You can't copy that. If I am having copyright, you have to say take my permissions. Without that, you cannot implement that. Otherwise, it will be dangerous. So many countries. Earlier, why I am talking about earlier, 10 years back, nobody was aware about this. Many books are there where copyrights are not mentioned at all. Copyright mentioned means C, at the rate types will be mentioned. But it was not mentioned. You can copy and print on your own name. No harm. Though people can't. It was not there. We were not aware about the copyright to be protected. Nowadays, anything we do, first we stamp it, copyright. Suppose we are doing publishing, the publisher sending with the bond paper copyright. You sign it. Whether copyright will be with the publisher, with the author, it will be mutually discussed. But that is there, big way. So similarly, training design, some countries are very aware. Western countries basically very far ahead in this intellectual property count. Okay, India is moving ahead. In IIT Kharagpur, they are having a department on intellectual property rights, giving degrees, MTech programs and training programs. They always conduct in IIT Kharagpur. We have seen maybe your IIT Madras, maybe I don't have an idea. But IIT Kharagpur is having one department on intellectual property right. Okay, so that is why now it is coming in a very big way. You understand what is my property? My intellectual property should be in my name. Your intellectual property should be in your name. That is. So up to this we were talking about. Now we are doing this merger and acquisition, integration of acquired employees. See this. I have taken this diagram from your Dolin book. Okay. So integration of acquired employees. That is one big way. Now the banks are being merged. Many banks. Now only 7 bigger banks have come up. Your other bank, Bank of Baroda, who bank merged what? Or 3 bank merged in one. Isn't it? I think Indian Overseas Bank is still there. Canada Bank is merged or something is merged. Can you tell which bank is merged with whom? UCO Bank is merged with the Punjab National Bank, but not only one, another bank also merged in PNB. Canada, no. Anyway, so government earlier it was 20 plus banks, now it is bigger banks, several banks, merged. What happens? We are not talking about financial aspects, although financial aspects are a very big way in the merging and acquisitions. That is the basically financial calculations. But we talk from the HR point of view, human resource point of view. Suppose you have merged or you have taken over. You have merged or you have taken over. So in that case, how it is affecting the human resource? How it is affecting? If I give you an example, Russia attacked Ukraine, captured the territory. Russia claims the territory is mine, but actually the territory belongs to somebody else. I forcibly acquire. What the treatment I will be giving to those people? You must be knowing the international things. Earlier in the historical time, when a king acquires another kingdom, what it does? Do you feel it is behaving well to those citizens? Do you feel? People were massacred, people were tortured, people were looted, people were raped, people were enslaved, people were jailed, properties gone, life gone. My territory, these people are not mine. This attitude comes, is it or not? That is the historical point of view. What the Britishers were doing in India, were the good friends of ours. Although some Britishers are very good, but ultimately they ruined our education system systematically. Now we are in India, we are talking in English. Whose language this is? Their language. What the irony? Is it or not? We can talk in our language in our classrooms, in our country, our place. We are talking in a foreign language and feeling very happy that we are talking in English. Is it or not? So it is the contribution of the Britishers. Our education system was completely ruined because they acquired our land. So similarly, suppose a big company takes over a smaller company. Do you feel it is that rosy or it is that smooth? What the smaller company people or human resources might be feeling? Always to be secondary citizen status to the bigger company. Of course, the holistic HR or the best HR says there should not be any distinction. Sorry. There should not be any distinctions. Because you are acquiring not by forcing, you are acquiring by what? Consent. Isn't it? Suppose two people are merging, two companies are merging, by consent only you are merging. So you should not misbehave the people, you should not treat them the secondary people. But I have seen one good example. Paradip Phosphates Limited is one company in Bhubaneswar that is producing, I think, fertilizers, but DAP fertilizers. It is being produced in the Paradip plant. Head office was at Bhubaneswar. It was a government of Odisha company. It was sold to Juari, Morocco. Not years back I'm talking about because we used to go to that company, so I know it. When it was sold to Juari Morocco group, its net worth was minus 100 crore. It was taken over. Government sold it out. With a condition, no employees will be terminated. That's one condition. And the company agreed. I will not terminate anybody else. Then I will not terminate anybody else. Company took over. Then within 2 years, company attained the break-even. Third year, company started making the profits. Okay, because our relations were working, so I used to visit that company very frequently in Bhubaneswar. So we were discussing what the company did. The company was sold minus 100 crore net worth. Within 2 years, the company attained the break-even. Next third year, the company is incurring profit. So what the HR strategies they adopted, so the company become a profitable. Then if it is a chances of profitable, why the government was not making profitable? Why the government sold? Many government companies are sold in India. You see that IPCL is there in Baroda, Indian Petrochemicals Limited. It was owned by government of India, sold to Reliance. Reliance people have acquired many government companies. But the point. So anyhow, they replied. The moment the earlier what happened, the CEO was an IAS officer. The company Petro Paradip Phosphates Limited, Bhubaneswar. The CEO was an IAS officer who is the secretary in the government of Odisha. He visits only once in Saturday, half day. I mean, he will do all his secretarial jobs. Whenever he is having free time in Saturday, he will visit after lunch. He used to visit, and he will come to his chamber. Big chamber will be there. People will be lined up with pre-appointments to meet the CEO. A lot of works might be there, signature, bills, etc. 2 minutes, sign, get out. 2 minutes, sign, get out. 2 minutes, sign, get out. 5 o'clock, MD vanishes. Done. Because he is a government official, it is his secondary duty. His primary duty is to have his own department, right? And company big people only meet the CEO. Low people cannot meet because big people are having a lot of working time once in a week. That took for 2 to 3 hours. So GM onwards, they are all lined up to discuss a lot of important matters. Done. The movement company was taken over by the Juari Morocco. CP Gupta was the first CEO of the Bhubaneswar plant. He comes at 8 o'clock, goes at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and that time when the IS officer was there, people used to come at 9, used to come at 10, used to come at 11, bindas. But this fellow comes at 8 o'clock, all employees have to enter by 9:05. If it is crossing 9:05, biometric is inactivated. So all people are lined up before 9 o'clock. Jaldi karo, another. And the CEO was not sitting in his own chamber. He was just moving out here. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? How are you? All managers chamber, everywhere. He's moving and there. If you have a problem, CEO comes to you. You need not to go to the CEO. And if you are seeing a CEO near your table, can you go for a coffee? Can you go for a tea? Can you gossip with your friend? Can you go for a movie in the office time? Can you bring your girlfriend and sitting down here, officer girlfriends? You cannot. Don't do anything, right? Only work. And even if you are not having any work, you ask somebody give me some work so that I will show my CEO that I am working here. CEO is coming. What you are doing? Sir, I have done a lot of works. What the works? Sir, these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, first month, all sweating, all apprehending. Job will not go. Then he started his second stage. Second stage is the strategically reshuffling. The Bhubaneswar people went to Paradip. Paradip people came to Bhubaneswar. Bhubaneswar people desk is changed. That task is come here. He reshuffled. Everybody is reshuffled. So new profile, new location, new man. Then all people got busy. Then and every alternative day there is a meeting. There is a meeting. CEO calls you. Give me a presentation of your department. What's going on? Okay. People are hounding for jobs. What I can show the CEO, what I have done during 2 days. I have to work now. Otherwise, how I can show the CEO what I am doing it? People go on working. All pending files got cleared within 6 months. Pending files since years. People used to search the files, work on them, send it, and put it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sir, these are the points clear. And within 2, 3, 4 months, all people look professional, timely, punctual, and they are not willing to go early because CEO goes at 8 o'clock. A general manager cannot leave, a clerk may leave, or junior manager can leave. But general manager onwards, you cannot leave before the CEO is moving. No? If your president is standing here, can I leave? Simple. So CEO is moving, CEO is not going. Not going. Then people are in the top management, they don't go. If people are top management, they don't go. The middle level manager, they can't go. Complete culture is completely changed. So 2 years, break even, third year, profit. Not only this, they also did lot of marketing strategies changed. They underwent with Morocco company 10 years agreement supplying because it's a Paradip is a port. They export their fertilizers to them. So marketing line set up, HR line set up, finance line set up. Why the company will not do profit? Because the market is already there. Whatever you are producing, that is the market is there to catch. Then why the profit will not be there? It was not there because of the attitude of the employees. It was not there because of the attitude of the employees. Now the attitude has been changed. Got the point? But they didn't terminate. But they did so many things. People left on their own. Many people left the jobs, resigned and quit. Because a long year they didn't have any works. Suddenly you say that I will be working 10 hours. Can you survive? You can't survive. Your BP will be much more higher. Better to leave the job and get out. You go out. And once somebody is going out, multi-skilled, multi-talented people come in. Then the work is further paced. Work is further sped up. Speed is much more higher. Is it or not? Suppose a traditional man goes out, I will put in modern people. Modern people will be rapidly working. No? Multi-skilling people are coming. Simple, profitable. That is the point. So merger and acquisition, what happens, is so delicate. If you do not, think about the HRM, then that is quite difficult. But if you successfully strategically handle this, so wonderful. You are getting a lot of manpower on this. So this you see that in the merger acquisition, these things are happening. Joint venture, subsidiaries, merger and acquisition. These are equity modes. These three are equity modes. Non-equity modes are this: subcontracting, outsourcing, offshoring, and franchising, licensing, and management contracts. Okay, these are non-equity modes. Others may be mixed. Equity and non-equity based modes of the foreign operations. Foreign operations, merger and acquisition, when we are talking from the HR point of view, we are talking about. We don't talk about the finance point of view. HR point of view, we are talking about there are several modes of acquiring the companies, whether it is a equity mode or is a non-equity mode. Equity mode means own money invested. Non-equity means you are outsourcing. Outsourcing, offshoring. What do you mean by offshoring? Can you give an example of offshoring, outsourcing? Yes?
Outsourcing is like recruiting from a external source.
Yeah, subcontracting. Subcontracting. Okay. But outsourcing and subcontracting also different in logical and documented point of view. Of course, it's a literally meaning is same because I have given contract to somebody to do something that is I outsourced. Okay, but legally point of view, subcontracting there is a difference between the subcontracting and outsourcing. You get point. But otherwise, qualitative terms both are same. That is you understand. Offshoring. Offshoring we discussed in the first class. Mega. We discussed in the first class now. What do you mean by offshoring? Nowadays is going on offshoring because of the globalization. Huh? Yeah. Giving business to different countries, but it's not outsourcing. Suppose, for example, Ford. They have plant there in Chennai, within Bangalore and Chennai, 4 companies having this. From here, they export to Southeastern countries. I mean, their plant is here. They control. But from here, they are supplying to other countries. That is offshoring. I mean, I will set up plant in a different country. And from there, I will start operation. But why it is happening? Why companies do? Obviously, because of cheap labor and skilled labor available. India is known as what Narendra Modi is telling. What is that? D, 3D. India, he used to use the words 3D. India is famous for 3D. One is the diversity, another is the demography, another is what? I forgot. He makes in his speech, he says Indian mind to the foreign country, please come and invest here. India is famous for like this. Demography means India is, or sometimes he says aims, market, manpower, money or something like that, and these. India is famous for the demography. Skilled labor available, cheap labor also available. Wide market you are getting it. Then what for you are there? You come India and invest it. Whatever. That's why he used to in speech 3D, sometimes 3D, sometimes 3Ms like this. He sells the Indian brand to overseas so that the foreign direct investment will come to India. That's why many foreign companies, basically automobile you will find it. Automobiles, all are coming to Indians because India is a huge market. You may be seeing that India is a very poor country, but you purchase any automobile, car, etc. Waiting period is 3 months. Waiting period is 3 months. You can't get the car immediately. Suppose you are purchasing Kia, something like that, 3 months. You are getting it. How is possible? That means market is there. People are purchasing the automobiles. So that is why these Kia people are coming here. And they are not only selling inside India, they are also selling to outside. That is offshoring. But earlier what happens? People producing their country and exporting the brand, exporting the product to another country. Now I will produce here and do it here. That is offshoring. Okay? So in that case, what happens? That is also you are acquiring human resource management, HR and HR people you are acquiring. So similarly, franchising, you are giving your brand to others. They purchase, they do produce in your name. You are there selling it. Okay, and licensing, like franchising, there is a difference between franchising and licensing. Franchise means your management is yours, everything is for in my name. But licensing that I am only licensed to produce, only to produce in my name. For example, licensing, for example, DOs or perfumes. You are purchasing your Park Avenue or premium brands, is it not? But who is producing? Do you feel they are producing? No. Who are producing? JK Helen Curtis is producing. JK Helen Curtis, you do not know what is the company. But you know Park Avenue, you know Raymond, because Raymond is owning the brand. Park Avenue Premium, Raymond is the company. But are they producing? They are not producing. JK, you see that JK Helen Curtis is producing. That is in our time. Nowadays, if you have changed the tie-up, something different. You see the manufactured by the different company. You know that the peas are shirts. Do you feel the companies are producing? No. You Tirupur is producing and exporting all brands. Whether it is a Polo, whether it is a Van Heusen, or whether it is anything. Produced by Tirupur and brand by Van Heusen sold in the market. You don't know the producing company. This is licensing. But point is that with my specifications, my specifications, you will produce and give me. I will sell it. So you are only production house. So production and this supply chain is cut off. Marketing brand is owned by somebody, produced by somebody. You will be always back at it. Your people will not know you. People will know me. So that is okay. Joint venture you understand 50-50 or 60-40 joint venture, investment also jointly, risk is also jointly. Subsidiaries is my company operating there, reporting to me. Subsidiaries, merger and acquisition again amalgamated. Now Tata company has taken over acquired Air India. It is not a merger, it is completely taken over. I mean acquisition. Merger and acquisition. It's an acquisition. Tata company took over Jaguar Land Rover before pandemic in London, UK. It's an acquisition. Merger is the banks are merged. Banks, they are not acquisition, they are merged. So terms are different. Who are voluntarily merged, expecting to be treated equally, we call it a merge. But acquired means I have taken over in my pocket. I do whatever I want to do. Now the company is thinking that whether they should merge Vistara with Air India. That is a merging. Because Vistara is owned by Tata company, Air India is also owned by Tata company. So Tata company may merge them in near future. I don't know when they are going to do it. But plan is there. You see the business, newspapers, they are having this plan, intention of the Tata brand. They will merge. Maybe Air Asia. Air Asia is a low cost airline. But full service airline is Vistara as well as the Air India. So those can be easily merged. Ticket price is same. Air Asia is a low cost, low frills. That is a different segment altogether. That is maybe merged with the Air India Express. Air India Express is a low cost airline. So Air India Express and the Air Asia, maybe. But this is not done till now. This is only planned. But that is merger. So acquisition is different, merger is different. So HR activities in merger and acquisition process. You read this. Stage by stage, HR activities in this stage by stage. Pre-merger acquisition phase, identification of people related issues, planning for due diligence, assessing people, working out the organizational culture. You read this. Stage by stage, the HR practices will be there in the merger and acquisition, stages. Or if you do not understand, you ask me. There is no need to explain each and every subject. Read that, this happens. These are the detailed questions, detailed deliberations. So you can have this, you can understand it. Today is the 9th, 6. So, 20 is present. Grishma is not present. Bhagadarani is not present. Manaspriya also missing. Meghalaya is present. Patwari Sriteja is also not present. Rajkumar Vishnukarma is present.
Sriteja has gone for interview. The same Bhavani comes here.
Maybe, but physically not present in the class, no? That will be treated differently. Shreya is present. First this much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 people, 5 people. Prithviraj. Pradeep Raj, sorry. Pradeep Raj. So understand, one phase is pre-authorization phase, second is the due diligence phase. Okay, then integration planning phase, then implementation and assessment phase. HR activities are different. I have taken it from your Dolin book. Dolin is your textbook, so please refer that is available in the library. So we are going systematically your syllabus coming, but you more information you have to go to the textbooks. Only teacher slides is not enough. Remember it. Teacher slides is only indicative. Okay, you have to read it to understand the details of this. So go through this, and which one you don't understand? Which one you don't understand? Until now, if you have any questions, I will stop it here because this is the last one. Yeah, global mobility is also there. Okay, any questions till now? Global mobility is there. That is very good. That is the last one in this. Then after that, we will go to the case. Okay, understand? Now we have global mobility and international posting. Emotional cycle associated with the foreign assembly. These are going to happen. These are the cycles of emotions. Okay. First is a honeymoon. What is a honeymoon? Huh? Huh? honeymoon क्या होता है? Personal time. Personal time. We are not talking about personal. We are talking about professional. So what is the honeymoon cycle here? क्या होता है? You are post graduate. honeymoon पे क्या होता है? बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि नहीं लगता है? हाँ? हाँ? Maybe vacation. honeymoon is a vacation होता है. अरे everything garden लगता है ना नहीं? Yeah. Dil garden, मन garden, everything you look rosy. Exactly. You are having a lot of energy. You are bursting with energy. You are exploring everything. In suppose you are going to a foreign country, you feel as a tourist. Of course, you are transferred or deputed or posted. But I will be going to London. So what is the things comes to your mind? I will explore Thames Bridge, Big Bang, Victoria, all this. I will see this. Is it or not? So all fascinations, infatuations, isn't it? Exploring. So everything is sweet. Everything is beautiful. Everything. So that is the honeymoon phase, right? Culture. Then comes the shock. What is the shock? Culture shock.
Change in action.
Culture shock, I will tell you one good example. One trip, probably from South India, they went to Saudi Arabia trip. Because you know that Cox and Kings and Thomas Cook are arranging party. Trip by trip they take them overseas. These are tours and travelers. They took. So they went for a desert safari. Desert safari, right? Desert safari में क्या होता है in the Saudi Arabia? Your president can tell. He always frequently goes to Dubai. I don't know whether somebody is there or not. Okay, so desert safari में बहुत मस्त होता है. They take all the employees to a different location. They have their parties there. Then the sand dunes. They go on climbing up and diving. Must you'll be aggregated. Okay, so one party went. They are organizing. There was a buffet on there. It's a lunch time. All people are coming, but it was a bit late. That time, one lady was feeling very hungry. Lady was feeling very hungry. When the plates were open, okay, see, suppose these plates are open, I am here, I clean my hands. So I am here, he has not served me, I have the plate, so I took one piece and put on my plate. Isn't that kind? Suppose that is there. It is for me, na, I can take it. Na. Already it is not started, but the problem is that I took in my hand, not with the spoon. That is the only difference. So I took my hand and put on my plate. The fellow who was serving, he slapped. He slapped the lady. It was an international issue. Why slap? Why slap? Because you touch the food by hand. You are supposed to use the spoon. And once you touch by hand, gone. The food is wasted. It has to go down. Again, new food. So it irritated the supplier or the server so much he could not resist the temptation and he slapped the lady. Because their country they might be slapping the ladies like anything. They thought slapping is very frequent in there. Ladies are bitten there because they feel that ladies are properties, much more background. So he slapped, and suddenly the lady raised the objections. Called. It was made an international issue. How dare one male can? But in India you cannot slap a lady. It's a harassment case. But it's in Dubai. Dubai is not harassment. You can beat the people. Getting my point? People are charged in public. So you imagine that is an international issue. It's a culture shock. The lady was in shock. What I did? The food is made for me. I took it in my hand. We are taking in hand. Are we not taking in hand? My hands are clean. I took it. So lady is in a culture shock. So when the local culture is becoming heavy on you, then you feel shock. You feel very odd. You don't feel comfortable. So that comes. Next is recovery. Now gradually you are acquainted with this. You are practiced. You make friends. You understand the culture very well. Then your adjustments. And this. Test your knowledge. Which is the answer? Mega expert working in Japan is feeling very uncomfortable in her surroundings. See, often feels as if she has said the wrong things. Mega is most likely to which emotional state? Think carefully. She is feeling discomfort in the foreign surroundings. She is in this because she is very uncomfortable in her surroundings. Surroundings means where she is living. She is not able to adjust. Very discomfort. It may happen, suppose you are a small town, you went to a metro. People are having culture shock. Suppose in a small town, small state, backward state, people are coming in a big metro, there may be a culture shock. Employees from a high power distance culture would feel most comfortable in a training class than even this is the last question. Think about it. We talked about the high power distance culture. We already discussed about the half kids. Power distance. High power, low power. Two things are there. I am asking you about the high power distance. Would feel most comfortable in a training class. Which one? Think about it. High power distance, that is the key. If you understand high power, then only you can answer. Yes. Which one? A high power distance, what happens in a high power distance? You salute big people. You salute, you don't argue, you don't discuss, nothing else. Wherever he goes, you are moving backside. That is the USP of the high power distance. Is it not? So in this, B. You said B. B was the expert. You assume my teacher is the expert. Whatever he will say, he will be perfectly saying. I am nothing. Teacher is everything. I am nothing. This is what? Distance. You don't address your teacher by name. Are you calling me Hi Ratnagar? But it is there in the Western countries. They don't use sir and madam all across. Trust me. You cross check it. There, US, all will call Hi Ratnagar. And the small kid to bigger. Their father also they are calling my name. What about the teacher? Because it's a low power. Everybody is parallel. Only facilitator. Teacher is only the facilitator. Here the teacher is the expert, assumed to be expert, because they are a high power society, high distance power. Okay. So module 2 we will go and this we finished. Module 1 afternoon class will be your case, number 1 case. So go through that case and come to the class. Thank you. Who is having class after this? Yes, sir. Yes, come.